This is the Folk Show on XPN. Ian Zolitor here, and as promised, because I don't lie, not on the Folk Show, I have before me an incredibly talented group of musicians. They are gearing up to play. We got a fiddle, a banjo, guitar, and upright bass, and you know what? That makes for some good folk music. I'm pleased as punch to welcome to the Folk Show Who, What, When, Why, and Werewolves.
Cyrus, I ride the rails. I don't receive much courtesy from these young females. Came to Vancouver to settle down and find the love that left my home a ghost town. You look surprised to see my face. I know you thought you had escaped, but I got a couple friends who keep their ears to the ground. Can't you hear those footsteps now? Can't you hear those footsteps now? Wilma, don't listen when your papa told you. You know I'm gonna love you anyway. Oh, Wilma, you know that I'm gonna love you. I'm always thinking of you every day. Your papa's pistol can't beat my knife. Killed 100,000 men in 100,000 fights. Tell all your lovers you love them so. Watch who you're sleeping next to, 'cause he's the first to go. You look surprised to see my face. I know you thought you had escaped, but I got a couple things that I just needed to say. Don't you try and get away. Don't you try and get away. Wilma, don't listen what your papa told you. You know I'm gonna love you anyway. Oh, Wilma, you know that I'm gonna love you. I'm always thinking of you every day. Whoa, Wilma, don't listen what your papa told you. You know I'm gonna love you anyway. Oh, Wilma, you know that I'm gonna love you. I'm always thinking of you.
That's the Who, What, When, Why, and Werewolves with their song Wilma. Thank you so much for coming and playing tonight.
Oh, thank you for having us here.
What a treat this is. Let's introduce the band first, because there's a few of you. This is Andrew, who is doing the lead vocals there and playing guitar. You want to introduce the rest of the band?
Yeah. On banjo and vocals is Matt Orlando. On fiddle is Dr. Peter Clark. And Brian Grabsky on upright bass.
And hey, Andrew, do you have a last name?
Fullerton.
Andrew Fullerton on the guitar and lead vocals in that song. It's a well-rounded band you put together, and I really like that song, Wilma. I can't be alone when I just picture the Flintstones with Wilma. Is there a different Wilma that you had in mind there?
No, I mean,
That's
Yeah,
a love
it's-
song about a cartoon character, right?
It's a murder ballad about a cartoon.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about Wilma Flintstone.
Yeah, sure.
I love it.
Keep the mysteriousness of the
Yeah,
song.
yeah. We'll tell people at least for tonight that it's
Yeah,
about Wilma
absolutely.
Flintstone. Her last name is Flintstone. Is that? Yeah, Fred Flintstone and
Yeah.
Wilma Flintstone. When you say Wilma Flintstone, it doesn't sound right, but I guess that's her last name. Yeah. So
I think you get their
Did they have like surnames in caveman times?
his historical documentary that was the Flintstones. I don't know. So this band, the Who, What, When, Why, and Werewolves.
Yes.
Also known as just the Werewolves
The Werewolves.
or 6W.
The 6W.
You've been playing in different iterations, as we were saying, for a few years. But this quartet, this formation right here, for maybe 6
Not
months or
long.
so, yeah.
Yeah, 6 months about.
And you knew you had something special, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, well, Matt and I have been playing together for a while, and then we added Brian, Brian is a mummer, and he plays mostly polka music.
Wow.
So when we were waiting for everyone to arrive for practice, he was like, "You want to jam on Pennsylvania polka?" And we jammed on that. And then Pete plays in an Irish band, so the combination, it just like it added so much more to all the songs.
Yeah.
Especially Pete on fiddle, it's just like the Irish sadness of the fiddle added so much more to my like already really sad, melancholy songs.
I love it. Yeah, you play with the
Crew.
Tullamore Crew, who I've seen you a few times. Saw you at Porch Fest a few weeks ago in West Philly. It's always a pleasure to see you guys. And Brian, I wouldn't have been able to tell you're a mummer just by looking at you, not in his festive garb. Are you allowed to wear that?
You should see his pictures. They're pretty amazing.
I'd love to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got them all in.
Are you allowed to wear it outside of that context?
We wear them all the time.
Really?
Almost every other weekend, yeah.
Oh.
At, parades and things like that.
Yeah.
Just around the house too.
Yeah.
Not
just for personal use around the house. I just enjoy 60 pounds of
sweeping the floor, mumming. What's the verb form of you mummering? Mummery?
Oh,
You're
mummery.
like if you're doing
I'm a
it.
mummer, I mum, and we do mummery.
You mum.
I mum.
Okay, so are you going
I
out?
don't know if this-
Are you going
this
out
is how I say
mummering?
it.
Mummering? Are you going out mummering? Is that
I do mummery.
you do? You go. Okay, I'll have to.
So we're mum.
I'll have to conjugate
It's always
some other
mumming.
time. I had a mummer costume I came across once. Lasted for a few years. And I'd wear it, on special occasions.
You can always come down, man. Welcome.
Yeah. Well, I don't have it
Polish
anymore.
American. There you go.
Yeah. What string band?
Polish American string band.
Polish American string. Oh, there's the polka music. Yeah.
There's the polka music.
We're talking about all kinds of music, but the real reason for you all being here is to talk about this band, the Who, What, When, Why, and Werewolves. You're about to start recording your debut full-length album,
Yeah, we're very excited about it.
and that'll be in August.
Yeah, we're starting in August with Kyle Pulley and Mark Water at Headroom, and they worked on. Kyle's in a band called Thin Lips, and
Okay.
they worked on the Hop Along record, so it'll be a nice, nice challenge.
Joe Reinhardt works up at
Yeah,
Headroom,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
So we're excited. We're doing our homework right now and practicing and working out all the parts. When you get into the studio, you realize you're like, we're so ready, and then you get the first day, and you're like, what chord are you playing?
Yeah, and the clock is ticking,
Yeah.
and you hear those dollar signs, like, oh no,
Yeah.
what have I done? But
But we're ready. We've been playing these songs for a long time.
That's
so.
good. Well, this is your debut album, and it's going to be entitled Greatest Hits, which I think is
Yes.
a great name for a debut album. Let's hear another song that's going to be on this Who, What, When, Why, and Werewolves debut album, Greatest Hits.
Don't know how I fooled you for so long into thinking I was strong. If you wanna grow up and be like me, be impossible when it's said and done, I'll go on being the lucky one, and I hope you'll see what I did and do the opposite. 'Cause I can tell that you're ashamed of your new haircut. It's okay. I had a rat tail once. I had a rat tail once. Where are you going with your shirt tucked in? Let me fix your tie again. Spend my whole life not saying anything. 'Cause guys like us, they never win. And I know we'll squander every cent of our own meager inheritance, and it don't make a difference to me anymore. 'Cause I can tell that you're ashamed of your new haircut. It's okay. I had a rat tail once. I had a rat tail once.
The Who, What, When, Why, and Werewolves with Rat Tail. You know, it's a sincere song because no one would really admit to having a rat tail.
No, it gets a great reaction because people are really locked into the emotional content of it, and then they hear the chorus where it said, "I had a rat tail once," and this beautiful dual harmony, and it just, I look at people in the audience and they're smiling and laughing, trying not to like lose it because it is a funny premise.
Yeah.
My brother had a rat tail through most of the '90s. He was a big John Kruk fan. So I just wrote this like tender song about my brother.
You know, I can
Growing up, you know, it's about growing up.
I can see being a fan of John Kruk's baseball playing, but like maybe not his style so much. But
I dig his whole lifestyle.
Yeah.
his whole lifestyle.
Now he's on the air with the Phillies. It's like the best thing that ever
Yeah.
happened. Yeah, I love it.
That's great. We're talking music, we're talking baseball and
Mummery.
rat tails and mummery with the Who, What, When, Why, and Werewolves. This is the folk show on XPN. I wanted to make sure that we mention that this Friday, which is July 27th, you all are playing at Bourbon and Branch, which is a great room
Yes.
up in, I guess is that Northern Liberties technically, in Philadelphia. And you're playing with our friends Hoot and Holler from Asheville.
Yes, we're very excited to play with those guys.
And you were saying that you heard about Hoot and Holler, which I'm a big fan of, from listening to the folk show. Is that right?
Yeah, I was listening to them on my ride home from work, and I heard Goodbye Boozy Susie, and I really liked it. And
Such a catchy
it's
song.
great. And I reached out to them, and I asked them if they were coming through Philly again, if they would be interested in doing a show. And they actually had a date, and we just set it up, and then we ran into you at the Porch Fest, and it just worked out. The power of the Philadelphia folk community just coming together.
Folk music is alive and well
Making
in
dreams come
Philadelphia.
true.
This is great. The folks listening, you could check out 6wmusic.com for all of this information, all the upcoming shows, and their you can listen to their demos that are already recorded and find out more about the band. Keep in touch with the band. That's always a good idea. That's 6wmusic.com. Who, What, When, Why, and Werewolves is the band, and they're going to be playing this Friday, July 27th, at Bourbon and Branch with Hoot and Holler. We have time for one more song.
Okay.
I feel your heartbeat in my chest. Is she sleeping okay? I forgot got to check, and I'm not afraid that our love might change into something confusing, something strange, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. Mundane tasks make me miss you. There's 100,000 miles on this lemon of a heart, and it's not forever, it's a pretty good start. And I wouldn't lie to you. I know it surprised me too. Raise your hand and tell me about the You may not believe in the ghosts of old friends, but it doesn't mean I don't see them. In the early morning fog by the old creek road where we never grew up and never got old, and now I notice all the gray in your head. Don't change a thing, keep it right there. There's 100 million miles on this lemon of the heart, and it's not forever, it's a pretty good start. And I wouldn't lie to you. I know it surprised me too. Raise your hand and tell me about the blue. I hear your heartbeat in my chest. Is she sleeping okay? I forgot to check, and I'm not afraid that our love might change into something confusing, something strange. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Mundane tasks make me miss you. There's 100 million miles on this lemon of a heart, and it's not forever, it's a pretty good start. And I wouldn't lie to you. I know it surprised me too. Raise your hand and tell me about the good.
Bluebird is the name of that song. Our guests are Who, What, When, Why, and Werewolves. That you guys tore it up on that one.
Oh, yeah,
That was
thank
great.
you.
Yeah, it's somewhere within the world of bluegrass music, certainly playing bluegrass instruments. Without a doubt, it's in the folk category. Real ruckusy too. I like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, the Who, What, When, Why, and Werewolves. That song and the other two songs we heard this evening will be on their upcoming debut album, Greatest Hits. Go to 6wmusic.com for more information. Catch them this Friday night, July 27th at Bourbon and Branch with Hoot and Holler. Thank you guys once again. This was
Thank you so
blast.
much for having us. Really an honor.
Our pleasure. And we've been talking about Hoot and Holler that'll be playing with the 6W band this Friday. We're going to hear that song we talked about. Here's Hoot and Holler with Goodbye Boozy Susie here on The Folk Show.